There's a lot to talk about when it comes to Marvel Rivals, and one of the things that I want to go on is the community, and honestly just like how it is making content for this community in general. Because I've been playing a lot of Battlefield lately, and I'm sort of just off and on of Marvel Rivals right now because, like, it's kind of in a weird state. But honestly, this game has a huge problem, or really the player base has a huge issue with criticism. So I just made a Wolverine video about how I think his game design was lackluster, and how I found it strange that a character with adamantium claws essentially has to charge up his damage because he does damage percentage on health, and then his healing factor was weird, and that they should have gave him the ability to climb walls. They forgot about his sense of smell, and that could have been used as a tracking mechanism, and he should have just been a tank. Now that was just my personal take. Keep in mind, that is nothing that I said was law, it was just my personal take. A lot of people agreed, but of course I had the people in my comment section who were just whining, and then it's just like, dude, I'm just saying my personal take. And this is one of the things I want to highlight in this video. Making content for this community is one of the most exhausting things ever, because no matter what you say, someone's going to have a problem with it. So that was just one video. The second video, I made a video before this season started about how I said 4.5 is not going to be fun for supports, and DPS players were essentially crying about how the player base, who essentially has been playing the same 3 characters the entire year, are busted. But now y'all favorite content creators are saying it, so now it's valid. And then it's like, now it's a portion, which is crazy because now a portion of the support mains are gone, and now the people who are filling my GM lobbies, essentially GM 3 and 2, because that's what I'm stuck in right now. Like, I'm not the best at the game, I just, I play for fun. But the people who are filling the role right now don't know how to play the role. They don't know how to heal, they don't know how to position, and it shows. And I can see the gap between last season and this season because I can tell the strategist players just left. Like, that's evident. Like, and I can see that. And sure, like, this makes it so more people have to play the role and they have to learn the actual, problems with it. And it's just like, man, it's not much you can do. Then, on top of that, I made a video, I want to say last week? I don't know if it was this week or last week, but I made a video about how supports shouldn't be heal buys. And I suggested a change to all healer ults and how they should be nerfed, and how all DPS ults should also be nerfed, only for supports to have more skill expression. So in that video, support players essentially cried and said that they love heal botting. Some people agree. Like I said, there's always a small percentage of, or maybe even a large percentage of people who agree with my takes, and then you have a whole bunch of people crying. Like, no, this is going to make the game terrible, like, supports are going to get wiped out, or supports are going to be too weak. It's like, bro. So I make a video saying, siding with the supports, the DPS players are crying. I make a video about how supports should be reworked to make the game better and more entertaining, and the supports start crying. I made a tank video, this is the follow-up video. I made a tank video saying about how despite all the nerfs and all the solo tank problems, people have been doing good on tank. Like, they're one of the roles who haven't been complaining. That was my main point of the video, that tank players essentially don't complain that much, and that they do well despite all of the problems. And then in that same comment section, I got a whole comment of a guy crying about how tanks are victims, and how essentially what they do is I don't even know, it was just a whole bunch of issues. I didn't list a whole bunch of issues in the video. So all I said was that tanks have the front line, tanks have to protect their back line, they have to protect their DPSs, and I think that's pretty cool that they've been able to do that despite the imbalances in the game and the 1-3-2 comps, So even through triple support or triple DPS, they've still been sticking through it, and I was just trying to give props. How do you cry in a comment section when I'm giving tank players props? I'm not saying that tanks have no problems. That's not what I said at all. I said that despite the problems, you guys are still able to push through. Then, even after that, I made a video, or I didn't even make a video on this yet, but I plan on making a video about Psylocke. I already know how people are going to respond, so I'm just trying to really just aim my content in a weird way to where I'm saying the right things so I'm not pissing too many people off. But ultimately, no matter what the devs do, is that nobody will be happy. And the average response to something that's not enjoyable in this game is just adapt. Like, everything, I don't even know how people make content for this game, because like if you don't say anything like perfectly clear, you have people in the comments who watch 2 seconds of the vid and they just start typing. Like, I can tell, like when you guys comment in my videos, I can tell who watched the video and who didn't. Then I have this guy who keeps commenting he comments on a lot of my videos. I don't even think he's subscribed to me, but this guy clearly hates my content and he keeps rage baiting. He keeps trying to rage bait, and I find that weird. But like, I've only ever got this reaction off these Marvel Rival videos where I just have like just basic takes. It's like, why are we trying to fight like the criticism of a game? Why are we trying to fight the thing that's supposed to make the game better? And like, essentially, like, the game is cooked, the community is cooked, because nobody can agree on anything. And while it's okay to disagree with some people, like, you know, like, people just take it way too seriously. Like, making content for this game is honestly like walking on eggshells, because you're gonna piss somebody off no matter what. Like, you can say anything. I can say, oh, this tank is bad, or you're playing this tank bad. And then like, or I can make the most basic takes and it just like, people just start fussing. It's just like, dude, bro, like none of this was that serious. Nothing I said was that serious. But I don't know, man. It's just like, I'm trying to make content that's positive. Even with like, I think one of my videos, I tried to stay like as positive as possible. But like, it's even when I try to do that, it's like you guys still find a way to complain, bro. It's like, what do you even do? So now my question is like, do you guys like hearing takes? What do you guys like? And like I said, I'm completely respectful to people. I said this in prior videos. I'm completely respectful towards people who comment in my videos saying that they respectfully disagree and that they would do this instead. I love that. I love conversation, so that's cool. But when you come off, like when you make a response that's kind of like, oh, you're bad at the game, or you insult someone first and then you leave like an essay, which is just like, dude, like, we can have a civil discussion about how we think the game's direction should be taken. There's no reason why we have to resort to name calling, resort to all this weird stuff. It's just like, dude, you know, I know this is weird because like, this is more from a content creator perspective, where it's just like, I'm seeing all of it, but honestly, I can't say any of the roles. All of you guys have equally cried. The tank players have cried, the support players have cried, and the DPS players cried the most because they have the most players. But it's like, dude, like, what do you even do? Like, do I keep making videos where I talk about the bad design of characters and then I just keep getting hate for weird reasons, saying that like I'm bronze 3 when that's clearly not true, and it's like, like, this is such a bronze 3 take. This is bronze 3 take. Like, dude, bruh, like, are we serious? Like, are these kids? And it's like, sure, I could just delete these comments, and which I'm gonna start doing. If you guys start making stupid comments, bro, I'm just gonna start deleting comments, bro. Like, if I feel like it wasn't addressed, because honestly, at the end of the day, this is my channel. If I feel like you're not adding to the conversation and you're just insulting people, I'm just gonna delete it, bro. Because I'm done arguing with people who aren't, like, you know how people are not trying to have like actual conversations. They're just trying to like say how they're better and like flex their rank, or just saying, adapt, bro, adapt, just adapt. Like, bro, I'm done with that, bro. Like, this community is cooked. It's been cooked for a while. It's been cooked, honestly, since like March. Like, once people stopped having fun and started taking this game like really serious, which is cool, you know, you could take whatever game serious. But as soon as y'all started taking this stuff too seriously, like, it just got weird. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this one. You know, this was a bit of a rant video, but, you know, I'm gonna do what I do. I was actually gonna see if I can make some Battlefield content, but honestly, I feel like that would be straying a bit too far, so I'm gonna just keep doing what I do, you know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like the video, just tap that like button, because I know a lot of you guys agree. And if you like the content, if you genuinely like the content, subscribe. You know, I know a lot of people are gonna agree with what I said on this one, and I know some people are not. They're gonna be like, oh, you just have bad takes. Okay, whatever, dude. Like, honestly, I just don't care anymore. But yeah, just make sure you watch the whole video before you make a crazy comment, you know? Because literacy is very, very rare these days, you know? So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.